Good afternoon, everyone. Premier is going to give a brief update. Dr. Patterson has a brief statement, and then we'll get right into questions. Thank you.
Unusakut sibulak dio kali malaulu ni luta Patterson o hausit sa halangan mayok ang malo apersutak ko kingunag.
Nunavut miublu chako pahi. Maana mo tikidlu tana nubat na yo 19 Nunavut iluaning itohuli tana kuwena taktoten o kaktu luarangama. Amma ublu mi tikidlu 778 kawi haktaw himayut. 326 huli utakayabot hungi mangata. Ama 452 kawi naktut an yang itut hungitun. Ama ikpakan yung kalaw matakwa May 7 ungata ani Nunavut mi out laktut inutu hing mi hiniktawing mi kabdu na ni akilita niya dilaw mata. Taan hatui yugo taan ten ay lerto. Taikwa Nunavut mi uterwaktu Nunavut mi utat hiniktawing mi kabdu na ni inutu hing mi ublu 14 taikani tararan niya huli kihani government ko taan akilita niya lakmiya. Kinaw miya kalawak patay kanito numutak iterapat government could akiliak tang nelak ta hulitaan na hiniktawing mi inutuving mito. Tan kalawak tilugo tan huli ukak taktugot piyakaya kang ikubit nunubu hilataan outla ko yung kalawak tilugo. Tan kawin ng mata tan nubat na 19 kablo na nunanin na kauman tamani Nunavut iluaning imaslo ni huli. Anyang na tana katsok padlelak tuwala kablo na nunani kihanitay kanito huli. Amatana akili titsita lang ilak tugot ilapigyan nelaw pat pilerto tana ilangit aulawak tuwalo ikinaw yakatseng ito ayok halwak tut ayok nakaw yutakwa akili na ayok tut ihumagitluin. Amataan na Nunavut government kunit nalani mamaya pugutan na ihumalugayaw law namat ubaluba lalo na ko tiyo law mata ko mamaya puguta ko inunut okakasuta akilina mata dan tuhang na law ikpakhani akilit taletun. Mataan na tao ublumi mamaya guwatunga mandiw tilugo okalawama okadalaw matakwa aperayaw tilunga takwa ilinyak tiyit nakit kinaktaktulo ang mga ta ilinyak tinit nunubum pilirinyak tin okalaw matakwa imaka antermi mamaya pungate ihumangilunga okadalaw ma apekoktaw tilunga takwa inutuhibit kituluk tan tukang gadwang mata ilinyak tichi tau taikani tarakayang mata ilinyak tichi mamaya punga tan na mangisluni ihumangislunga okadalaw ama mamaya punga mata ko ilinyak tichi kautigwata katana pimmari igiyabut ugwa punga te okadaw ama tamane ko ilinyak tichi tau yama akol so dipilare hong mata takwa ilin na tutin ni kamatya sutik akol sutik pilar hong mata ikulo la okal lagi la ma ihumaluang isunga tawan himunik kamita ihumakalunga okak ta malak tunga ana ilin na tichi tan okalaw ta ihumagayaw kung itaka tan government could ilin nati chin kaya ko yugut pilere ko yugut ilin Nunavut iluani matana okawak tung atakwa nakawi magamata ko ilin nati chi tamani to akol sutit ilin naw pilere tang mata ilin naw ukwang alwak tiligo huli pilere mata matna pahi ugwa pungate okadalaw ama matana ihumaging ilugo ilin nati Nunavut makay ko yagot pilere chang na kapta Nunavut iluani matna. Good afternoon. There are still no confirmed or probable cases of COVID-19 in Nunavut. Today, the total number of people under investigation is 778. 326 people are still currently under investigation, and 452 are no longer under investigation. I'm announcing last week the decision about charging for mandatory 14-day isolation stays for residents returning to territory has been reversed, and no one will be charged. The government of Nunavut will continue to cover these costs as long as mandatory isolation for residents returning to territories is in place. Travel at this time is a risk, and we don't want to undo all the hard work we've done. We don't recommend travel outside of Nunavut during this pandemic, but we do not want to unnecessarily financially burden the Nunavut. On behalf of our government, we're sorry for the confusion. I also want to take some time this afternoon to apologize. I said something on Monday's press event that I regret. My comments about the recruitment of teachers was careless and dismissive. There is no reflection on how much this government values teachers. It was a reactionary, inappropriate response. I'm sorry, and I want all our teachers to know how much I appreciate their dedicated and commitment to our students. I take responsibility for your disappointment and will speak more carefully in the future. Teachers, thank you for all you do for Nunavut. Your contributions are respected, and please don't let my unfortunate comments discourage you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Since it was confirmed that the COVID case in Nunavut was a false positive, the territory has witnessed great displays of solidarity, support, and pride. The additional restrictions in Pond Inlet have been lifted, and I hope that the community feels a measure of relief knowing that they are still COVID-free. And this is good news. As a territory, we have done well so far. However, we cannot let our celebration lead to complacency. It is more important than ever that we maintain these recommendations that we've all become familiar with. The threat of COVID-19 is still real, and we need to stay the course. Practice social distancing, avoid contact with individuals who are not a member of your household, limit trips and errands, purchase only the supplies that your household needs, and of course, wash your hands.
Unusakut naluna tawlo ngatay nakawi yaw simalaw tunuvat juang to khasoriya luni Nunavut tammasimalaw ngat Nunavut takusimayugut sakyak tichitsak tuni ataw sew khatigin nermot ikayor so khatigin nermot upigusun nemorlo takko khakaninga guisulut tabiuti tawlo tu mitsimatalimmut huyanak tawyut takko tagganuna khatigit ismani akhutamanna Ismaalun narunniangat maannauyok nuvajuarnartoq hangitsaarninginning tamanna tusaruminartoq Nunavummiutauluta piliritsaarssimajuyinnauyugu ullumimu kisiani tamanna huviasuutiqarnivut isumaaluutinnartuni saqqeq utautailili maanna pimmariugiallalengat taakku atuagauyut maliktaugiaqarningit qauyimatsaaliqtavut tamanna tikigunnarninga nuvajuarnaq 19 suli tikigunnallarimat ammalutaakko sulimalitsiatuinarialivun inu khatigin khanigilu ataili khattarlutik katisittaili khattarlussi illumi khatigingitatssinnik niuverbigalannu asinginnullu anilu ataili khattarlussi niuvi khattarlussilu niuverbinni piyarialituatsinnik angeqqamiutsinni ammalu upinnarani aggasi waasainna khattarlugit.
There is no combination of measures that can absolutely guarantee the prevention of COVID-19. Even as we celebrate for Pond Inlet, all Nunavummiut need to remain vigilant and cautious. Follow the recommendations and support and encourage your friends, family, and neighbors to do the same. I want to thank all Nunavummiut for their continued patience, understanding, and cooperation, and we can only get through this together. Koinami.
Taako katersortaw simayummaliittaugialiit nalunersissimallattaaruttaugunnangimmata nuqqartitaugunnarningani tikigunnarningata nuvatjuarnaq 19 huviasuutiqaraluartillutamit simatalimmiutarnut Nunavut mium sulle udjersutsiareali ammalo uluraanartumiitaililutik. Malittaulutik atuliqujaussimayut ammalo taimauqautigaaqattarsiupiqannariassi ilassi sanillisilu taimaatsainnaq malliqullugit. Quyannamiirumayakka Nunavut miulimaan ullumima utaqqitsaarneqarunnarsimammata tukisiatsiaangata ammalo ikajuqatautsiaartutik. Katutjiluta ilunna takisiaani tamanna kamagikunnaqattigu.
Kent Driscoll, APTN National News. My first question is for the Premier. On Monday, the May 7th date, you guys thought it was a good idea. Now it's Wednesday, and you've reversed on it. What's changed between Monday and today?
Kent Driscoll, APTN kunneksi bulertima peqqutinga nagadjaami nalunayarsilaaraviisulittarbirharnerarsugu May 7 ullumi pingatsiulertuq summataanna quyanaartautaqqa.
I'll let the Finance Minister answer that question.
Kiinaajaleriikku ministeringa kiungaalangaya.
Thank you for the question, Kent. A number of different factors. Like a lot of programs that have been being rolled out across the country and even across the world, with all the best intentions behind some of the decisions we make, when it comes time to implementation, sometimes it's a little bit more complicated to actually roll it out than we envisioned. And this is a case where administratively, it would have been a lot more burden on the public servants and the administration of trying to get the cost recovery, trying to make sure that people are billed appropriately. And at this time, as a cabinet, we felt it wasn't worth proceeding.
Rinnami Kent ajigingituni pidjutahartutik taako amisuumata piliria tusahattarsimayavou kanatami nunarjuamilu taako isumaliurutigilortavu pidjutahatsiarsurilortaraloavu kisiani haujilauqatta ajornarnersauluaqajarninganik aulatauluni allapilirinikkuut suurlu akiliqsaliuriqattarlunit taakua pijatsaqalualerajarngata gavamakku iqqinaajartingit taimaimataanna huyanaartaujuq isumaliurutaulortu ministauqatiginu.
Is this something your government plans on revisiting if conditions warrant more stays in isolation, or is this the way going forward?
Tana nunavogavamakkungita taima isumaliurutigikkannilaaqau balutaimailingainnalangalikqa.
It's something that we're going to continue to evaluate, but the intention of the decision that we had previously made was to deter traveling. I know Dr. Patterson has put out the non-essential travel recommendation. That being said, it's still a recommendation. We want to make sure that people really adhere to that direction, that all non-essential travel outside the territory be reconsidered. Going down to do your sea lift as normally planned every year is not an essential travel, and I hope people really take into very serious consideration why and for how long that they're choosing to leave home.
Tamanna haisaqpallianginnalangamiyavu taanna pidjutiqarialauqaluangaat aullaqattaqujigata luuttaa Patterson atuliqusimayanga pimmariungittuni pidjutiqarluti aullaqattaqujingimma taanna atuliqujitsutituinnaugalua kisani malittauqutsiartavu tamakkua pimmariungittuni pidjutiqarluti aullaqattaqujingittugut suurlu umiarjuakkuurtutsani niuviriartui tamanna pimmariuniqartaungittu pidjutiqaluaqanilu. Nima isumartarsiurutiqatsiallariqattariali aullalaartut ammaloqanutigi aullarsimalaarnermini.
Jackie McKay, CBC. I just want to be very clear. Even if people choose to go down south for non-essential travel this summer, when they come back up, the GN will pay for their hotel isolation for those 2 weeks. And as long as the travel restriction is in place, they will have to isolate in those hotels.
Jackie McKay, CBC, kunik tukisitsiarumayortamakkua aularneqqata pimmariungittuni pidjutiqarlutik utiliqqata Nunavut gavamakkungi akiliqatta tuinnalangaliqtu taakkuninga maqqunni pinasaarussiinni tujormivimmiitti taugiaqarninginni.
As of now, yes.
Maannamut pigiartuni
Back in, I believe it was March, the government decided to keep paying airlines $2.25 million a week, and then that was supposed to be reevaluated at the end of April. Can you give us an update on what the GM plans to do now?
March ngutiluguga pa magkuisumali ko tekalaw nga tay kayo nang mig hanga tayo liginik 2.25 million pinaso ako si taman kawisak tayo kanila ngayon may pro nung wanita nalikano ilingalakha.
Thanks for the question, Jackie. It's a very good one. With the work that was done with Transport Canada on setting up some of the parameters of the airline support recommendations, which we have been following, with some of the federal programs such as wage subsidies and different federal programs that are available, it has complicated the accounting, I'll say. So actually, I believe right now, my Deputy Minister of Finance is meeting with some of his colleagues as they're fine-tuning the numbers that we've received from the airlines to make sure that we're given a fair compensation.
Tako pili kataw si mayo kana taming kayo ligijak jako tamatuma hanga tayo ligiji kayo soktaw ga haningin nik atuli ko jaw si mayo ni malipalagata. Tako ami suniga pa matoka ko kinaw yan kayo titsani sakit titsi malang kata surlo kinaw jat sa kayo yun kayo titsani manaw yu tatsuma tungilinga minister lo ni kinaw ya ligiji kunumana katima katikak tunalo na yet sa kanna kaswasutik. If I
can just add to that, Jackie, thank you. One of the other things that we've continued to communicate to our federal colleagues as well as all three territories together recognize how important of an essential service air traffic is. That is our highway, as the Premier said here previously. So making sure that we can keep the airline solvent, yet at the same time making sure that we're getting maximum efficiency for our tax dollars that we're injecting into that industry is very important.
Ilagay kanirlugutan taman na ilak. Ukakatigi valeng inaktabuga ba matokakuni piliri hatibukta ko pingasu avitok semaniyo yuki otaktumi. Ayaw tu igat takano taman na pimariw ni ngani hanga tayo kain na hattara haknebut surlo ako tikuta hangin at tang na ako tikuta tito hanga tayo ato katigo tako alo katatuin na kung hanga tayo tako alo kaw isat siya kaya hasutalo kinaw ya atot siya kalo ang mga tigo tax iyak din akilak sa tao bato.
I believe my next question was for the Premier. Questions online are wondering how the GM plans on stopping people from doing non-essential travel this summer.
Tan harisa ya ko apik kutiyo yo kano nokaptit siga so talang bisita ko apik mariyong ito ni pinjuti hat niluti aw lahat talang ayon aw ya.
Thank you. It's just a recommendation right now, so we can't stop anybody from travel out of Nunavut or within Nunavut. The only time there'd be more strict restrictions is the case of a positive case like in Pond Inlet, where all non-essential travel was stopped by an order into Pond Inlet. So we recommend it, but it's not a restriction on them. It's not an order right now. Dan man yo takwating mi hu ko outla waktu ubalu nunading nut ubalu waktu kablunano nano ubalu banuna wilwani. Pero yung Iqaluit tubut outla kaya kang COVID ay himakumya ay himakoyaw galak to the government kan kihan pigwa ko wi nok kay na ayo kap tigotan pero yung man kinamyano na bud hilatano ani yudlo kinamyano na bud ilwa ni outla tudlo kihan itan nuwan na yung 19 pinjuti dugo outla ko yilwa ito na bud miuni.
Just to stay on the topic of travel, we're hearing from people that they booked tickets with Canadian North for vacations now they can't take, and they're not being refunded. They're getting vouchers for a year that possibly they're not able to use. Is the GN planning on doing anything to support Nunavut who won't be getting their money back?
Wait. taakua aulahattarnuma pidjutigillugi tusarsimamatagu tamakua initsalirsimayu Canadian kutigu qallunaanu aulalaattu hikariarlutik utirtitsiviugunnatsaangimmata kisiani kiinauyaungittukku hangattautikikkannerunnaqaluarlugi taakua Nunavummi iqajortauniaqqa kiinauyani utirpiugunnaqullugi.
Thank you. This sounds like now that we're not going to be charging for the isolation hub, it's just strictly between the airline and individual issues, and they'll have to work it out. But I think this is an issue for most airlines, and I think airlines should be reasonable in terms of this pandemic that's going on right now. So the issue is between the airline and individual. Qawinnartutaana tingmihuleri kuni amataana inuk outlaw tini niubilaw tuni akidikana qoyawlermat taan amamana yo hiniktawing mi inutuhing mi akiligia kangilermat tatako inuit taana government could akilitarnelak magu taana tingmihuleri kuni amataana inuk taana aiva katigiglutit piakarne.
Rajni Sharma, Nunavut News. Okay, so Premier, on Friday, the order that was put out, from what I understand, the intention was to avoid people from traveling outside the territory, right? Not to go outside the territory. So now it has been reversed. So I'm trying to understand, how does that solve the original problem?
Rajni Sharma, Nunavut News kunnik sivulekti tallimirmitaana nalunairutaulortu pidjutikhalauqa aulahattakhuyigasi khanullitaana sivulleqpaa nalunairutaulortu tamatumungaturangama.
Well, to travel out of Nunavut to the south is a risk. And we don't want to undo all the work that's been done within Nunavut, all the social distancing, all the hand washing, all the noticing, the change in lifestyle we had. So we want to keep sure that we adhere to that. And as Minister Hickes said earlier, it was another layer to discourage people not to leave Nunavut. And it's still a recommendation. There's no order in place. So things are like how they were before the announcement. Government could outlaw Nunavut hidatano outlaw Iqaluit qawi magaptatan nuvan naryo 19 qabduna nunani na khawtluni tabani Nunavut ilwaning tunihuli kihani nuqqayni ayokta butan akilitit si tan inutuhing mi ano outlaw waqtunut outlaw kangilak tunu outlaw mertunutana akiliga qata ihumalaw to imma qailangi outlangi melagayartutana akituluaman kihanita tia ailang mingman akilitarnela merata kihani outlaw Iqaluit huli Nunavut hilatano.
I just have a few questions for Dr. Patterson. Dr. Patterson, I was wondering if you had a chance to talk with the rapid response team and come up with anything that, like lessons that have been learned, how you're going to do things differently?
Luta Patterson, ukakatigisimalu yutsaulirtatiteko tuavernartukku aullartitaussimalortut kisuniiligunarmagaatsi kisunilluasidsertaujoqariaqariarmanga.
I haven't had a chance to talk to them directly. Other people have, and both internally at headquarters and in Pond Inlet. The biggest lessons we've learned have been around communication, both what we say publicly, what I say or shouldn't say publicly, and how we communicate with the hamlet, with the rapid response team, and with the health center.
Taakkuali nammini uqaqatigigunarsilaungitaqaluaqqa kisaani assinni uqaqatiqarunnaqattarsimayu angiyoqqaaqarbitit tamaani ammalu mitsimatalimiunik taana tusarsimayaqa anginerpaa issumaaluutaulortu tusaumaqatigiitsiarneq kikkutuinnait saangani qanu uqaqattariaqarmangaarma ammalu uqaqiaqanngimmangaarma ammalu taakkua qanu tusaumaqatigiitsiarunnaqayanermangaata aanneaqarnangittuleriyikkut ammalu tuavernartulerinermu aullartitaulortuut ammalu nunanganni aannearpinga.
While we're on the subject, I want to stress that The staff in Pond Inlet, both prior to the arrival of the rapid response team and while the team was there and working, did an exemplary job. The false positive was not in any way a reflection of any of the staff in Pond Inlet. I know there's been a few comments or questions about that, but it had nothing to do with staff, with our staff anyway, sorry.
Aluna siga kanne umayangata ko kana yati mit sematalimmi sibungago tiki biula ugatik amalo tiki biu semalatilugi to avernak to lerigino pilerit sartu maralo la ngata tana tamartaw semalaw to novadjo nar nakaktaw yo kana yaktingin mit sematalimmi tay may taw law ngito to saksima gamalo apek kuti saksima yuni ko saksima yuni lot kasi anita ko kana yakti tay mapidjo taw ngit sa makilaw to.
After talking to the Pond Inlet Hamlet, the impression I got was that the team did a really good job. There was just one thing that they were concerned about. It was the closure of the stores. I'm just wondering, like in the future, I don't know if it'll be dependent on each community, but is that something that the team will continue to do, like close the grocery stores after they find out there's a positive test?
Tusaksimayang esmahaluti usimayumit simatalimi hamla kungin tako agu pilerit siartu mariula utut kisiani esmahaluti kala ngata tako matuyaw ng ngata niubekbi asid ila tema china hatta jayu chawng itugal wasing inni nunalin ni tako nikitarbi niubekbi matuyaw hatta nerning.
The feedback we had from the stores when the news came out was they didn't want to open without the restrictions in place, and they didn't want to open without masks because the staff were concerned that they might get inadvertently exposed to COVID-19, and that's, we need to make certain that the essential staff are comfortable and feel safe and supported in doing their work. So for future rapid response teams, we will bring in a supply of cloth masks with the initial deployment so that we can better support essential staff in staying in the stores staying open.
Tako matuinga jaugo malongin mata isulitabbe hangit taulutik surlu Matua hangin lutik ta ko yakana yaktit isumalo te hanang atatay manu vadjo nak to mi 19 mig sakhe beauty na ila ser mak beu ga yarning nik tay malinalo na sisima hatar na lakti ko tay mata nang itu ko ikayo sut ser lugi to avernak to ko lakti taw yo nunalin nuli kay pataan no ka chaya ni matua nik nat sakti taw hatala lakti tamako ikayo sut taw ser lugi pi mari yun ikana ya late so lu new work be matuinga kan hatar na khulugi.
Just one last question. What is the most concerning COVID-19 related issue that's on your mind right now?
Kung lakpata na kisu vai sumalo tigin nakpakaya taman na novadjo na 19 pidyo tigil luguman daw yun.
I don't know how to answer that. Sorry. Yeah, I don't. Sorry.
Ta nakano kiuga nga nalugay nga kiuga nga nalugit siya tama mamaya na.
Megan Dooling, Nunatsiaq News. As far as I understand from the 3 requirements that you have previously given about considering lifting the public health emergency, no cases in the territory, testing capabilities, and kind of judging what other jurisdictions are doing around their states of emergency, can you tell us what our status is now in terms of reconsidering the lockdown?
Megan Dooling, Nunatsiaq kunik tako pidyo tigil lugi malit daw ga tisimaya tiping asut tay may sa matsaksi ro te harna ako vitamak ko ako yan ataw gayam ningin nikto aver naktukko ro te harna mo so tamane khawi sak ro te khatsel ro ta amalo asing ini avitor sima view yuni katapalla le katanu vadjo nakta hatartut amalo tamane no vadjo nakto hangillo ni tan le kanu lingal khawlo mema.
At the moment, we only have, or we have 1 out of 3. We have no COVID in territory. We have diagnostic capacity here in Iqaluit. We do not yet have functional diagnostic capacity in Rankin Inlet. We do have a gene expert machine there, and the lab staff is doing the work to get it validated and approved to do diagnostics, and that device can service Kivalliq and Kitikmeot. But until it's approved, we have to wait. So, and our criteria, we said we wanted at least 2 out of 3 before we made the commitment to start reopening. I'm hopeful that as early as sometime next week, we can begin easing some of the restrictions, but I don't want to commit to a definite date until we've got the capacity fixed.
Tan pingasuling ayuni atawsik tan atalek tugaluak nubadyoak naktokhangin ninga ilay nga go khawi saruti kharun naksuta tamane khalunni mannaw yorlukangersin ng me pitahakani kisani khawi saruti liugalwa gene expert nguniraqtaw yumikta kununga iqanayaktinu angirtaw kaktaw gaswartu taanalu atuinaw gayarsuni kivallermiunu khitermiunullu angirtaw lawnginninga nitaakkualu matirpal ila khasuyaw balliagunna jaangittut ukhayuga mamakku malittaw simaliqqati pingasuling ayuni matirsivalle kannerunnarsilaartugut kisani pinasaarusiulaartu mikhay pigearunnalaammarittu kisani ullungani nalunarsigumangitsaaqama tamanna asijjapalleanginnaqattangassule.
Thank you. My next question is for the Premier, please. I just want to follow up on your apology to Nunavut's teachers. As we know, there were vacancies coming into this school year that we're in right now, and some teachers we've heard are discontent with how they were treated during the COVID pandemic. And I know you apologized. On Friday you said, September's still a couple months away and we don't have to worry about recruitment yet. But I'm wondering if you have anything else to say about, in light of your apology, what the government is doing right now to ensure it's doing everything it can to fill positions that will be vacant in September.
Kiuga kannerumayoktaan namame khauga vitamakununga nunavimmi ilinnaartitsiyinginnu tabbani ilinnaarnao yume maannao yuaqqaagungani naammatsaq toqalaungimma khanuqaakua pitsiartaungittuminiunerarsutik nuvadjuarnaq tuleritilluta tallumermilu khalaarovitaakku iqqanaayartitaapalleanaaqatsi September matuirbitsanganut khanukkanniuqarunnaqqimameq khauyavi ilanganu tamakkua innuktaugunnaqulluge ilinnaartitsiyunu iqqanaayaan.
Thank you. And my comments at that time were not to be disrespectful or negative. It's just the way it came out. I could have chosen better words, I guess. We do value our teachers, and we know that we have a recruitment and sometimes a retention problem with teachers. It's stressful teaching in Nunavut. You're taken from, most teachers are from the south, you're taken from where your comfort zone is and you work here. And I applaud the teachers that make that decisions. The Department of Education is always trying to recruit, and I think the number that was thrown out last time was the beginning of this school year. There were 60 teachers short, and I'll just read here some of the stuff that the Department of Education is doing for recruitment. They're trying some different stuff now too. They're doing media recruitment campaign too for the coming year, 2021. They're on advertisement websites like the Education Canada and Apply to Education and others, and the Government of News websites and Google Jobs. And we're also, some of the NTEP classes will be done, and there'll be recruitments done on those too. So we're doing our best to recruit teachers. We know we need them, and we know that they're dedicated and they do care about their students. And like I said, I'm sorry that my choice of words could have been better. In these times here where everyone's a bit on edge, where we're on uncertain times, I understand how they could have been taken out of context, and like I said, I'm sorry. Tana Oqalaorama mamenerarlunga taako ilinnaartit siinut oqaalalaorama taan piaaqutaungilaortor taako ilinnaartit si upigiyavut tamaaniqoyavut tungahut saaqoyavut tamaani numun pileritilugit amma taana ilinnaarna pigaalaortillugu kiakka 60 amigalaorqimagapta ilinnaartit siini qawimayu taako ilinnaartuleriku akkoorluti ilinnaartit siinit piniluktarma taqablunaanunani amma qawimammaarlunga taako ilinnaartit siit amihu neqpaangi qablunaanunani tikittarma taanunavum pileriartorlutit akkoorlu tamaungatartit uvaguani qimaillu tamaunga pileriartortar mata tungahut saaqoyavu mammeakkannertuuluartunga ila mammeakkannertunga taakwa oqauhikka naammangilau mata amma tukihi yau tsengilau qoomata kihani taana maannauyoq ajiungittuk aulaartugut ilangi kappea huktu ilangi naluyut qagu hunaarmangaata tukihinnartu taakwa oqauherilaortakka oqaalalaortakka tukihi yau tsengitta mammealaortunga taakwa ilinnaartulerikut ilinnaartisni qiniinartartu taakwa qaratauyakkut qanimmaartarlu taakwa Education Canada amma uqtorauti ilinnaartulerikunnut amma taakwa government Nunavutkut qaratauyakkut pileriakkangit amma taana Google pileriakkangit.
My next question, I think, is probably for George Hickes. I think so. I think you're the best one. We know that some people who were staying in the isolation centers down south, meant to isolate for 14 days, were there for up to 20 days. Can you explain why and how much extra that has cost the government?
Qawimagamata koilangi qallunaani tuyummivinni nutugia halaqtu ulluni 14 anitteiligia hartitausmalaungata tusarsimagamailанgi ullunu avatinu tapteukanismammaga summauva tamannammalu gavamakkunnu kiinaujartuutaukannereaqarsmava.
Thanks, Megan. I'm not aware of anyone that's been 20 days, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Typically what the parameters are is we need to make sure that they're in there for that minimum 14 days. Then with the flight connections, with some days we're having essential workers go, and then another day than the regular travelers. There may be also conditions where within the isolation period there could have been some issues that might have made them extend their stay for a period of time. I can't speak to one-off cases, obviously, but typically it would be the flight scheduling. We want to make sure that as you finish your isolation period, that you fly to your home community as quickly as possible. So if we were to send somebody to Iqaluit or Rankin Inlet, as an example, and them having to stay 2 or 3 days till their next community flight, it defeats the whole purpose of the isolation. So we prefer them to stay in that isolation so that they can transition home as smoothly as possible.
Huyanami qawimangittunga ila tusalaungittunga taakkoonninga ulluni 20 inutu giahartitaussimayuni kisani adjigiingittuni pidjuteqarngata taakkoa ullui 14 ungataanulluunni paimaang inutuugiahangata utilaunginninginni pidjuteqartutsaujuqangata tatau ila hangata yuukkuuqattarningi taakkoa immikkuurtutaugasaaqqattangata tamaunga pimmariuyuni iqqinayariartut ammalu hangata yuukkuulanga assingit taakkoa ila assingi ataussituamuqaussaqaqunnangikkaluartunga suulu malitsiangittoqartumini uppaanitteiligialimmi tamanna pidjutiutuinnarialik taakkualu aullartitaulereemmata qilamiunerpaakku angeqqanginnuut tuqaarteqasuaqattaqattigu ilanginnu nunalinnut tamaanga suulu eqalunni kangersinermuurialiit taima anitteilititaugunniineqqata qitiagu tamanna pidjutinga aturunniirajanga searmartitsittailinnermu.
With regards to the cost, it's really dependent on which isolation hub there are. There are some variances, but on average it would be about $300 per day more.
Per person?
300.
Taakkoa kingi pidjutigilluginallani tujok mi vinni ajigingittu ni ajigi hattangittu kisani tali $300 ullu tamaki hakattaktu ino tausa.
This question comes from Matisse Harvey from Radio Canada. She just would like your opinion on community/herd immunity.
Community/what?
Herd immunity.
Herd, like a group of animals, herd of,
Okay.
like a herd of caribou.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Apikutita na Harvey, Radio Canada kuni kanu isuma mga pita ko kati mayui kanu ser makbiusung mga ta apiriyo. Umayok dito.
We don't know enough right now to know how realistic that is. We don't know if you get the COVID-19 infection, if you get long-lasting immunity or not. So it's hard to say that herd immunity or community immunity is going to be a viable strategy in the long run.
Kaya man laking ito nga ko to kasi duty ni atang ito ni pikalawangin at ta ko no wajuan na duty gilugit solo ako ni uni apat ubalo no wajuan nakta to mini no wajuan nakto haron na ilesung mga ta suli anna madjuting nila sang yu lagayak mga ta no wajuan nakta tailikan na nang man nalo na lakit to ta ko no nalin ni sa mapalya katigigon nakningi kano nalo na si mangilong ata.
Ken Driscoll, EPTN National News. Dr. Patterson, all three territories have 0 active cases of COVID-19 right now, and they have a long history of working together through the Northern Premiers Council. The territories have worked together historically. I'm wondering if there's been any thought put in towards opening the connections between the NWT and the Yukon before considering the rest of the country, especially considering Yellowknife is an airline hub for the entire western part of the territory.
Ken Driscoll, EPTN, Nick Luta Patterson. Mana yok no vajuan na to hatin nagu ukiok tak to mita ko pinga so vitos ma viuyut ukiok tak to mai liwata ko sibulakti kati makatigi sung matai so mayo khafsuma ba tamane ukiok tak to me matur ta gun na khulugi khanga ta viu gun nang ningi no na sia mo Yukon mullo asing no kanata mo matai laung ninga net pilo ak to me Yellowknife ta na tutak bigi yaw laki makanga ta yuli gini.
We've discussed it internally. The difficulty is then effectively we risk turning Kitikmeot into just part of NWT and having to put restrictions between Kitikmeot and the rest of the territory, and that creates as many problems as it solves. So we haven't gone that route at this time.
Kasi ani ajong nakutigi mauta ko khitir miut sulu imiko ngati taule kaya ngati nunat siya mo ngati taulutik tay may manuno vule mamo taman na attitude na kay naktawa ka wili ko tikam na saulo kaya nga man na matuyataw sa utigipan.
Queen Amik for the interpretation. Minister Hickes? Last week, we talked about essential workers and quarantine travelers traveling together on the same planes. And you had said you'd be working with the airlines to hopefully make some progress on that. I'm wondering what's the state of that right now?
Pinasa ako siyo yung may kayo gavita ko pimakiyo yun ikanayalik ikanaya kaya kung naktut tatso mga China hanga tayo mo tao hatta lang ayong mata hanga tayo ulit kulo hakatigi lang ayo gavigi kanuiling alakat ulo may mutaman na.
Thanks for the question, Kent. And it's turned out to be a little bit more complicated than we thought in some cases. It's one thing from the southern isolation hubs coming up. Once we get into our Nunavut hubs and outlying communities, creates even more of a challenge as there's very little personnel travel. Most of the airplanes have been reconfigured to carry mostly cargo, which does restrict some of the seating space. So we are continuing to work with the airlines to find some happy medium.
Takwa pidyo tigil lugit hanga tayo uli rin mo ayaw naksaw si mamay sumagilaw takalawang tatinnik Tako emme ko mga mata solo halluna ne ino tu vikku vinninga tu tikiti tau hattarningit ammalo Nunavut ilo ane tuttabbiu yu taman natural na simammat sulle kana yartulerin mota ko lo hangata yu aqigertau simallutik piqutittau ti tuinnau nersaullersutik siani maanna pileri khatigi nartavo hangata yu leriyikku taima khuviage yattinni pisitsartau gunnaqulluta.
I'm just wondering, given, the flip-flop that you made today versus Friday about the decision for people to pay for isolation because it's an administrative challenge, and given the logistics of getting everybody on the right plane, would you say at this time that the isolation hubs were a good idea?
Tako tammaqulu yaqaugat siullumi ila asijirsillu sitallima misumalero taula ortuni akili qattakhuyinarmut alla benilo ila kamagiyauga khagajarningat sururnalo agayaravi niraqqaugavio takkua le khano atila biliranga balleava hangata juulerinerma tamakkua pijjutigillugi.
Thanks for the question, Megan. I think combined with the questionnaires and the scrutiny that Dr. Patterson's office provides to the essential workers as to get approved to travel to Nunavut, along with the isolation hubs, I would say in conjunction, those two methods have been very effective, as we can still sit here today and say that we have 0 cases.
Tako katitsugi tanalo ana hamnangittulernerma anga yokha apikhutingi naluna yaruti utsa khattangata qawi sarta utsa khattaqsutillu tamakko pimmariuyuni qinayaali Nunavummo utirasuartut ammalo inutuutit khattarnevu tuyommi vimmitaako atuuti khatsaarsimassuriyavu ullumimussuli tamanna novadjuarnartoqangimman.
Emma?